Ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a brand new AXIFX. Yes, the AXIFX 3 Mark II has just been announced. I'm going to run over all of the changes really quick, then I'm going to go into a little bit more depth with it. So the quick and dirty version is you can have a new ISP display. So the display in the front is going to be ISP now. It's going to be easier to view from different angles. You can have adjustable RGB LEDs, and it's going to let you set the color and brightness of the front panel logo, which that is pretty sweet. You can have double the preset memory, so you're going to be able to store 1024 presets on the AXIFX 3 Mark II, and you're going to have increased flash memory for future updates. That is not an increase of the firmware memory, that is just an increase of actual like memory in the unit itself. Cliff has said on the forum that he doesn't exactly know what he's going to do with that yet. He's kicking around some things, and that increased flash memory is just for cabs and or presets. So that concludes the quick and dirty version. Guys, if that was all you was here for, leave me a thumbs up. I'd greatly appreciate it. Now I'm going to go in and elaborate a little bit more. So the new ISP display on the front panel, I think that is awesome. I love ISP monitors. I've been using those for years. The main difference is ISP stands for InPlane Sight. So whenever you look up and down from different angles, it'll let you see it a lot better. Some monitors use TN panels, and TN panels will be really, really shiny and kind of hard to see from different angles. So I don't exactly know what monitor, I don't know exactly what screen and our monitor is on there now. I've never had an issue with it, to tell you the truth, but I had an ISP monitor display. Sorry. I have ISP monitors in front of me, so I keep calling it a monitor. Yeah, so the display, that is really cool. Adjustable RGB LEDs. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the AXIFX 3 Mark II is the gamer edition, because gamers love RGB, love flashing on their computers. It's coming to the AXIFX 3. I actually commented that in the forum, and Cliff said he hates RGBs on computers and he doesn't really like it a whole lot, but he made the AXIFX 3 into the gamer edition. So double the preset memory. More presets is fine. I mean, the current one that's on here now, I think it's like 500 presets that you can put on there. I haven't even really tapped that out. I'm just kind of saving over the preset ones that are already there when I'm making my stuff. And I mean, like Bank 3 is pretty much like all my presets, and I'm not even really close to filling that up. Now, the increased flash memory, a lot of people were freaking out about this because on the AXIFX 2 Mark 1 and 2s, the issue is that the memory that stores the firmware on it got to be too small, and Cliff was having to cut stuff out and some changes would have to be made. That is not the case here. I'm going to link the discussion where they announced it on their Fractal forum, and you can see all the replies from Cliff and everyone else. Cliff said that there's plenty of memory from the firmware, so do not worry. You're not going to run out of firmware on your Mark 1s and it's, you know, they're going to have to cut stuff out. That's not going to happen. The firmware size on the Mark 1 and the Mark II is the same. The increased flash memory he's talking about is, from what he was talking about, it sounds like it's the hard drive, if you want to call it that, the part of the AXIFX 3 that actually stores like the presets and the IRs and stuff like that. That's what's going to be increased. Cliff said he has some ideas about it and he's kicking it around. I guess we'll see if he'll put some of that on the Mark 1. I really don't know. And as for firmware wise, speaking of firmware, the Mark 1 and the Mark II are going to run the same exact firmware. To me, that's kind of like when the AXIFX 2 Mark II went to the AXIFX 2 XL and the XL Plus. The XL Plus, they literally just changed out the monitor, and then I think they made a few small other tweaks. The monitor was discontinued, so they changed it out. And I mean, you could use presets from the AXIFX 2 Mark II and the XL. You just have to use Fractal to be able to do that, and it was very easy to do. But same firmware, the presets are going to be exactly the same. I mean, the Mark II to me, I like it. I think it's cool. It's just a slight little refresh. And a lot of people are freaking out, well, 2 years and you're already updating the AXIFX 3. Guys, we get new cell phones, we get new cars, we get lots of new things every year. I mean, 2 years for a minor little refresh like this, I think it's cool. I mean, you can't stay static. You kind of have to constantly keep updating your things. And guys, if you have a Mark 1, it's still good. It's wearing the same firmware. It's not going to change. If you want an ISP display, if you want the gamer edition and you want to change your AXIFX 3 logo to red, which if I had a Mark II, it's exactly what I do because red is rad, you can do that. Or if you have, you want more preset space because you have a lot of presets, you can do that. Or if you just want the latest and the greatest, you can do it. But guys, don't panic. I mean, if you're on the wait list, you're gonna get the Mark II. If you signed up for the Mark I, you're gonna get the Mark II. The price of it is gonna be basically $2,100. So it's $2,999.99. So it's basically $2,100. All right, guys, let me know. What do you think about the Mark II? Let me know in the comments down below. As for me, I'm gonna have to be out. Peace.